Hello, I'm Connie Davis, U.S. Air Force veteran, and this is your Right to Fight military moment. Today, we honor a true pioneer in military medicine, Major Della H. Raney, the first African American nurse commissioned in the U.S. Army Nurse Corps. Della Hayden Raney was born in 1912 in Suffolk, Virginia, a time when segregation was the law of the land and opportunities for Black women in professional fields were painfully limited. From an early age, she showed a deep compassion for others and a quiet determination to make her life count. After graduating from high school, Della enrolled in the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing in Durham, North Carolina, one of the few accredited nursing programs open to African American women in the South. She completed her training in 1937, becoming a registered nurse. In the 1930s and early 1940s, Black nurses faced enormous challenges. Most hospitals in America were racially segregated. Black nurses were often barred from treating white patients, and many hospitals refused to hire them at all. Even when they were accepted, they were assigned to separate wards or required to use different dining rooms, living quarters, and restrooms from their white counterparts. Professional associations such as the American Nurses Association only gradually opened their membership to African Americans, and most state nursing boards restricted where they could practice. Yet despite these obstacles, a growing number of Black women pursued nursing as both a calling and a mission of service. When World War II broke out, the Army urgently needed nurses, but initially limited Black applicants to just 56 positions nationwide. It was against this backdrop that Della Raney made history. In April of 1941, she became the first African American nurse accepted into the U.S. Army Nurse Corps. Her first assignment was at Tuskegee Army Airfield Hospital in Alabama, where she cared for the famed Tuskegee Airmen, the first Black military aviators in the United States. Her compassion and professionalism earned the respect of both patients and commanding officers. Later that same year, she broke another barrier, becoming the first Black nurse to receive a commission, entering service as a second lieutenant at a time when the military was still segregated. That single achievement sent a powerful message. Skill and dedication could rise above prejudice. By the war's end, nearly 500 Black nurses were serving, thanks in no small part to the trail Della Raney blazed. She continued her career into the post-war years, when the Army Nurse Corps began the slow process of integration, following President Truman's Executive Order 9981 in 1948, which called for the equality of treatment and opportunities in the armed forces. Raney's professionalism and perseverance helped make that a principle in the Army medical units. Through the 1950s and 1960s, Della Raney continued to rise in rank and responsibility. She served at several major Army hospitals in the United States and overseas, guiding younger nurses, both Black and white, to a changing era of military medicine. She became the first African American nurse to reach the rank of major, the highest rank then held by any Black nurse in the Army. Even into the 1970s, Black nurses still face unequal promotion opportunities, limited assignments, and lingering stereotypes. But the doors that Della Raney helped open led to a new generation of African American women serving proudly as officers, educators, and leaders in military medicine. By the time she retired in 1978, the image of the Army Nurse Corps had been transformed. Thousands of women of color were now wearing the uniform she had once worn alone. Major Della Raney's life was more than a career. It was a legacy of courage, leadership, and faith in what America could become. She proved that excellence knows no color and that perseverance can turn prejudice into progress. Because of her, the Army Nurse Corps and our nation became stronger, fairer, and more compassionate. Her story reminds us that every right that we fight for begins with one person who refuses to give up. I'm Connie Davis, and this has been your Right to Fight military moment.